Okay, so I want to talk to you because last time we go to this workshop, and then what was her name?
Acacia.
Acacia. So
Acacia's name.
so we do this interview, right? And then you talk about some of your personal stuff. I thought I want to talk about that because the topic that we want to talk about is like you experience living poverty
Yeah.
a very short time only
Yeah.
because you're coming out from to your family.
Yeah.
And then the first time I call you and then we talk like Anastasia, can you tell me this story, so I need to know blah 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 blah, and then suddenly you say to me Lily, this is a bit personal and it's a bit quite triggering as well, and I'm like on the other side I said, oh my god, yeah, I never thought about this because I've been doing YouTube for so long.
Yeah.
You want to talk to people,
Yeah.
but you never think about okay, the conversation can be quite triggering to another person.
Yeah.
That's why before we start anything, we're gonna talk about the triggering things.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about something about family, and before we talk about this might have a triggering effect. So for people who are watching it, just let you know. And if you feel anytime you feel such to trigger you, please let me know as well.
Let you know. Yes, of course.
Okay. So we what happened is like when we go to the workshop, Acacia workshop, and in the video you're actually talking about you have to live on the edge of poverty because of you coming out to your family, and then how they treated you and blah blah blah. So when we talk about your family, is it a topic that you try to avoid?
Not try to avoid, like again, like I earned my past. I have worked so hard to earn my past, but at the same time now I know myself.
Okay.
The thing is like when it can reach to a certain point in this particular topic that I may get triggered, and then it's gonna mean that I'm giving my family power again.
Okay.
And then I've worked so hard to overcome that. So yeah, so of course, like, so when I start to feel uncomfortable, of course I will let you know.
Yes.
But all I can say is that it was so that's one thing about family, is that they can always offend you and use the word love to cover everything.
Okay, they can use love as a weapon.
As a way to say, oh yeah, no, we care about you, we love you, and that's why we did this.
Yes.
Or oh, we care about you so much. That's why like when we hear this, we didn't need to ask whether you are comfortable to see us or not. We just gonna rush there and see you.
Okay.
So that's kind of thing. So there's no consent.
Okay.
In that from your family.
Yeah.
And especially and it's very common that a lot of the time hate crime is perpetrated by family members or people who actually have intimate relationship with the victims, and I think
because they feel like they have an excuse to do what they want to do to you because they love you.
And then but at the same time, like, understanding. Again, I suppose because I have a little niece who I call like my family from a dear friend of mine. Like, I kind of understand that, like when like they want to give you the best, but it might not be the best for you. It's the best of what they assume to be good for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, totally. It's their expectation. What they want is not what you want. You don't talk to your family anymore?
No, because again...
No one?
I stay in touch with a cousin of mine from friends.
Okay.
So technically she was another black sheep. So, so yeah, so I think that's our early bond these days.
But everyone else?
No.
Do you miss them?
I miss the childhood I had. I mean, it was a painful childhood, but at the same time, I mean, it's just life, Yeah. You have something sweet, you have something bitter, and you have something salty. Yeah. And, so I do miss the sweet time I had, So, yeah.
Do you see yourself Okay, I don't want to trigger you, so I don't want to go so deep. But let's change the bit of topic, like, do you still see yourself going to visit your family in the next 5 years?
Hopefully, hopefully.
You can see yourself there? You can see that happening?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But the thing is, like, somehow, if they know I'm dating a neurologist,
okay.
I think things will change around, will turn around for me.
Okay.
Asian parents, like, all they care is, yes, what does he do, how much he earns, and all that stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So you don't call them and talk to them?
No, because the thing is, like, already being a black sheep.
Yeah.
And I still don't feel like I have established enough. So what I'm trying to do is, like, proving trying to better myself.
Okay.
Bring myself to the best version that I can possibly be as a woman, and show that to them instead.
Okay.
So at least that way, they will say, yes, you should have listened to us,
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, get yourself in there and work your hardest and be the best at it, and then you can turn around and show them.
Okay.
I think that's my comeback. Yeah.
When you come out to them, right? You come out to them as gay or come out to them as trans?
As gay, because I didn't even know transgender existed back then.
Okay, and they straight away have denying you.
They thought I had mental health issues. They thought I was sick.
Oh my God, you the second person said it to me. When they come out to the parents, they think they have mental health issues.
They actually, because I was seeing few health professionals at that time.
Okay.
And I still remember clearly one day, like, my mum just stormed into my GP's office. Like, it was my appointment with her.
Yes.
At my university, Deakin University. And, she actually brought one of my cousins from her side with her and asked my cousin to translate to the GP. And one of the questions was, is there a pill that I can take?
To cure you?
Yeah, to cure me. Or is there a blood test to detect homosexuality in me? Yeah.
Is your parents modern or very traditional Asian parents don't know much?
I suppose,
They're not. Are they modern or not modern?
I mean, I haven't spoken to them for a while, so I wouldn't know how they are now.
Okay.
But let's just say they were in a less enlightened time.
Yeah.
So yeah. And, like, and this is
so their first response, like, oh my God, you're gay. So
do you have AIDS?
Yeah, there's a disease. This is a mental health issue.
Like, did you have AIDS? Like, that was another question they asked me straight away. Did you have AIDS?
Oh wow.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. The misconceptions.
Yeah.
The misconception about LGBT people.
Mm.
So they do a lot of hurtful things to you.
No, I wouldn't say do, but more like say. Like, it's
yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's with physical assault.
Yeah.
At least the wounds can heal.
Yeah.
But then with verbal abuse, it scars in the mind forever.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a family where I was constantly told that I was ugly.
Yeah.
And that I was never good enough.
Okay.
And not for once they ever asked me how I feel. And at the same time, being my own person and know myself, like, I'm slightly rebellious, and a lot of the time I always appear happy and optimistic, but at the same time that's a real issue, because and with Asian parents, especially from a family who came through kind of built themselves from nothing, from the war. Everybody would spend more time on making money, and they would assume the pursuit of material wealth is much more important.
Yes.
than the spiritual aspect of bringing up a child.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, I feel like, things have gone beyond reconciliation.
Okay. Why your parents call you ugly?
Well, as you can see, I don't have.
No, you're not ugly, please.
No, but then as a boy, I wasn't considered handsome.
Yeah, but still not a right way to call you ugly.
Yeah, but that was my truth, and
That's not your truth.
and for 25 years of my life, because the thing is, like, when you grew up, and you have everybody around you constantly say those things to you, and then as soon as you made a mistake, like, so normally I would have, say, an A+ for every single test and exam,
Okay.
and one day I would receive an A-, and it was called stupid.
Wow.
Or I have failed, or I have disappointed them. So imagine, like, every single day, almost like every single 5 minutes of my life as a child, I had to hear all that.
Wow.
So eventually, their perception was my truth, because I was raised with no self-confidence.
Yeah, and it continued brainwashing.
Yeah.
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 Wow, this is terrible.
Yeah, and then so that was another reason why I was bulimic and anorexic in year 12. So I did VCE in Australia, and so I was anorexic and bulimic back then because, at first I thought, because going through all these, news agency, you see all these glossy magazine covers, and you see all this thin model on it, and you thought, they are, and then the things that people constantly say, they are so beautiful and whatnot.
And you want to be like them.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, so being like them would make me beautiful, And then so I got myself into that cycle of being bulimic and anorexic at the same time.
Wow.
So that's another reason why, and again, like when you got stuck in that, you can't, you don't see anything else.
You don't know because you're already in the environment and that is what you are.
And the thing is,
it's hard for you to get out from the bubble.
And even worse, because in Southeast Asia back then, and even in Australia back then, people who were featured on magazines or ad campaign or advertising campaigns would be Caucasian people.
Okay.
And with all these different features. And for me, I was chasing something that I could never have.
Okay.
Because I was born Asian,
Yeah, no, I know, totally, and it's like all these Asian people want to be so fair and so white. It's almost like they want to be a white person.
And that's another so many people ask me, how come in Asia, like, you guys try to bleach their skin? And now my answer to them, because your ancestor made us want to be white, okay? So yeah, it's nothing to do with us, it's to do with you. And partly because, only the rich people in the ancient time have the luxury to be indoor and stay fairer, Yes. But again, it's mainly because, we don't have enough representative, and because in Southeast Asia, they still live in the colonies mindset. Like, Caucasian is the superior race.
Yeah.